Have you ever wondered how to tell if someone is truly attracted to you? It's not always about the obvious signs, like a shy glance or a smile. Sometimes it's the deeper, more subtle things that can reveal their true feelings. In today's video, we're diving into one of the clearest signs that a woman is genuinely attracted to you, something that goes beyond the surface and speaks to a deeper connection. It's not just about what she says, it's how she listens, how she engages, and the personal questions she asks you. If you're ready to unlock the hidden signs of attraction, stay with me until the end, because this could change the way you approach relationships forever. First attraction. She mirrors your actions. When someone is attracted to you, their body language often gives away their feelings before they even say a word. One of the clearest and most fascinating signs of attraction is when she mirrors your actions. This subtle behavior isn't something people typically do on purpose. It's an unconscious reaction that reflects a desire to connect with and align with the person they're interested in. Mirroring is one of the most powerful and revealing indicators of attraction, and understanding it can give you valuable insight into her feelings. Let's break down exactly what mirroring is and why it happens. At its core, mirroring is the subconscious act of imitating another person's body language, gestures, movements, tone of voice, or even their choice of words. It's a way for someone to show that they're in sync with you. Psychologists have studied this phenomenon extensively and found that it's rooted in a deep human desire to build rapport and strengthen connections. When someone mirrors you, it's as if they're saying, "I feel comfortable with you. We're on the same wavelength." For example, imagine you're sitting across from her during a conversation. You take a sip of your drink, and a few seconds later, she does the same. Or maybe you lean slightly forward while speaking, and she adjusts her posture to mirror your movement. These actions may seem small or even coincidental, but they're often subconscious indicators of interest. When a woman mirrors your actions, it shows that she's tuned into you, paying close attention, and subconsciously trying to create a sense of alignment. But mirroring isn't limited to just body language. It can also extend to speech patterns and behaviors. For instance, if you tend to use a particular phrase or expression, you might notice that she starts to incorporate it into her speech. If you speak in a calm and measured tone, she might naturally adjust her voice to match yours. This subtle synchronization goes beyond mere mimicry. It's her mind's way of creating a deeper emotional connection with you. Now, why does this happen? Mirroring is deeply ingrained in human psychology and evolution. From an evolutionary perspective, mirroring helped early humans build trust and establish social bonds within their groups. By mimicking each other's behaviors, they were able to signal safety and cooperation. In modern times, mirroring serves a similar purpose. It helps us feel closer to the people we like and admire. It's an unconscious way of saying, "I see you, I understand you, and I feel connected to you." When it comes to attraction, mirroring becomes even more significant. A woman who is attracted to you will want to create a sense of harmony and connection, even if she isn't fully aware of it. By mirroring your actions, she's signaling that she's engaged with you and that she feels a level of comfort and trust in your presence. This is especially true if she mirrors you in subtle, consistent ways throughout your interaction. Let's talk about some practical examples of mirroring in action. Picture this scenario. You're at a coffee shop with her, and as you stir your drink, she picks up her spoon and does the same. A few minutes later, you cross your arms casually, and moments later, you notice her crossing her arms in a similar manner. These might seem like small coincidences, but they're often her subconscious mind at work, mirroring your actions as a way to deepen the connection. Another example could be during a conversation. You might lean in slightly to emphasize a point, and she leans in as well. Or If you use hand gestures while speaking, you might notice that her gestures start to reflect yours. This kind of nonverbal communication creates a sense of mutual understanding and rapport that goes beyond words. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Mirroring can also happen in the way she reacts emotionally. If you're excited about something, she might naturally match your energy and enthusiasm. If you're calm and reflective, she might mirror that energy by slowing down and matching your tone. This emotional mirroring shows that she's not just paying attention to what you're saying, but also to how you're feeling. Now, how can you spot mirroring in your interactions with her? The key is to be observant without being overly analytical. Pay attention to the small details. Does she mimic your posture? Does she use similar hand gestures? Does her tone of voice align with yours? These are all signs that she's unconsciously aligning herself with you. Keep in mind that mirroring isn't always immediate. Sometimes it happens subtly over the course of a conversation or interaction. The more she feels connected to you, the more likely she is to mirror your actions. It's also important to remember that mirroring on its own doesn't guarantee romantic interest. While it's a strong indicator of attraction, it can also happen in platonic relationships or when someone simply feels comfortable around you. To get a clearer picture of her feelings, look for other signs of attraction, such as prolonged eye contact, playful teasing, or finding excuses to spend more time with you. When mirroring is combined with these other behaviors, it's a strong signal that she's into you. So, what can you do when you notice her mirroring your actions? First and foremost, stay confident and authentic. Mirroring happens naturally when someone feels comfortable and aligned with you, so there's no need to force anything. Instead, focus on creating a positive and engaging environment where she feels safe to express herself. Be attentive, show genuine interest in what she's saying, and enjoy the flow of the interaction. Another tip is to use mirroring as a way to gauge her level of comfort and interest. If you notice her mirroring your actions consistently, it's a good sign that she's invested in the interaction. You can even test it out subtly by changing your body language, adjust your posture, shift your position slightly, or use a new hand gesture. If she follows suit, it's a strong indicator that she's tuned into you. In conclusion, mirroring is one of the most fascinating and reliable signs of attraction. When a woman mirrors your actions, it's her subconscious way of showing that she feels a connection with you and wants to create harmony. This behavior is rooted in human psychology and is a natural part of building trust and rapport. By understanding and recognizing this powerful signal, you can gain valuable insight into her feelings and create deeper, more meaningful connections. Keep in mind that attraction is a combination of many factors, and mirroring is just one piece of the puzzle. Look for other signs and behaviors to confirm her interest, and always approach your interactions with authenticity and respect. When you focus on being your best self and creating genuine connections, the rest will naturally fall into place. Second, attraction. She finds reasons to be close to you. When a woman is attracted to you, she often looks for reasons to be close to you. This isn't always obvious. It can be subtle or even subconscious. The first sign is physical proximity. She'll find ways to position herself near you. For example, in a group setting, she might choose the seat next to you, even if it wasn't the most convenient option. She may also gravitate towards you at social events, standing close enough to make her presence felt without it seeming forced. She'll also use accidental touches as a way to bridge the gap. These could be light taps on the arm while laughing, brushing against you while walking past, or lingering handshakes. These small gestures are intentional and often signal her desire to create a physical connection. Another way she finds reasons to be close is by creating situations where you two can interact more frequently. She might suggest casual meetups like grabbing coffee, needing help with something small, or working on a project together. It's not just about spending time with you. It's about reducing the emotional and physical distance in a way that feels organic. Even in conversations, she may lean in slightly or angle her body toward you. This body language shows she's focused on you and wants to close the invisible gap between you. She'll mirror your movements, laugh at your jokes, and use open gestures that invite you to engage further. Finally, she'll use shared interests as an excuse to bond with you. Maybe she suddenly shows interest in activities you enjoy or asks questions about hobbies she knows you're passionate about. These aren't random, they're deliberate ways to be closer to you emotionally and physically. When you start noticing these patterns, remember that they're often a clear indicator of attraction. Women don't always verbalize their feelings directly, but their actions, especially their desire to be close to you, reveal everything. Third, attraction. She initiates and maintains eye contact. When it comes to understanding attraction, one of the most powerful yet often overlooked signs is eye contact. There's something deeply primal about the way our eyes communicate what words cannot. Today, we're focusing on the third sign of attraction. She initiates and maintains eye contact. This isn't just a casual glance or accidental eye contact. It's intentional, meaningful, and tells you far more than she might ever say aloud. When a woman likes you, her eyes become her most powerful tool for expressing interest. Think about it. Before words are exchanged, before touch happens, the eyes are already speaking a language of their own. If she's intentionally locking eyes with you, holding that gaze longer than what's typical in a casual interaction, she's giving you a clear signal that she's drawn to you on a deeper level. Let's break down why this happens and what it means. Eye contact is one of the oldest forms of nonverbal communication. It's direct, intimate, and quite frankly, vulnerable. By initiating and maintaining eye contact, she's opening a door into her inner world, subtly inviting you in. She's saying, without words, I see you. I'm curious about you. I'm paying attention to you. This level of focus is rare in today's distracted world, and it's incredibly telling. Here's the first thing to note. When a woman is interested in you, she'll use her eyes to signal her attention. If you're in a group setting, she might glance at you repeatedly, making sure you notice her gaze. She's not just looking around the room aimlessly. She's checking to see if you're paying attention to her too. And if you meet her eyes and she doesn't look away immediately, that's a big sign. It takes confidence to hold someone's gaze, especially when there's attraction involved. That lingering eye contact is her way of saying, I'm comfortable letting you into my personal space, even from a distance. Now, there's more to this than just holding a stare. Let's talk about how she looks at you. If her eyes light up when she sees you, if you notice a slight sparkle or dilation in her pupils, these are unconscious physical reactions tied to attraction. Pupil dilation in particular is fascinating. When we see something, or someone, we're attracted to, our pupils naturally widen as a subconscious response to our interest. This isn't something she's consciously controlling. It's her body reacting to her feelings. So if you notice her eyes seem to brighten when she looks at you, it's a clear physiological sign of attraction. Another key element is how frequently she initiates eye contact. If she's the one consistently starting that connection, glancing your way, making sure you see her looking at you, that's a bold move. It shows she's not afraid to put herself out there, even if it's subtle. This is especially significant because not everyone is confident enough to make the first move, even with something as seemingly small as eye contact. If she's initiating, she's not just passively interested. She's actively trying to connect with you on a deeper level. But it's not just about initiating eye contact, it's also about maintaining it. Many people might glance at someone they find attractive, but quickly look away out of nervousness or shyness. However, if she's maintaining eye contact with you, even for just a few seconds longer than what feels typical, that's a sign of her confidence and her interest. She's comfortable in that shared moment, letting the tension build, and perhaps even enjoying the silent exchange happening between you two. Let's take it a step further. If she's smiling while holding eye contact, or if her gaze softens, that's a whole other level of attraction. The combination of a warm smile and sustained eye contact creates a moment that feels personal and intimate. She's not just looking at you, she's connecting with you. That's the kind of eye contact that stays with you long after the moment is over, the kind that makes you think about her even when she's not around. And let's not forget about what happens when she's a little more playful. Sometimes attraction shows up in the form of teasing eye contact. Maybe she looks at you, holds your gaze for a second, and then quickly looks away with a sly smile, only to look back again. This back and forth dynamic creates a sense of mystery and flirtation. She's drawing you in, making you wonder what's going on in her mind. This playful approach to eye contact is her way of keeping things light, yet undeniably intriguing. There's also the element of consistency. It's not just about one moment of eye contact. It's about how often she does it throughout your interaction. If she's repeatedly making and holding eye contact, she's showing that her interest isn't fleeting. It's sustained. Whether you're talking, sitting across the room, or even walking past each other, if her eyes consistently find yours, she's clearly drawn to you. Now, you might be wondering, what if she looks away? Does that mean she's not interested? Not necessarily. Sometimes holding eye contact for too long can feel overwhelming, especially when emotions are involved. If she looks away quickly but seems to come back to you, that's still a strong sign of interest. It shows she's drawn to you, but might feel a bit shy or unsure about how to express it. Pay attention to the overall pattern. If her eyes keep finding yours, even if she looks away occasionally, she's definitely interested. Another important factor is how she reacts when you meet her gaze. Does she seem flustered? Does she blush or smile nervously? These are natural subconscious reactions to being caught in an intimate moment of eye contact. Even if she's trying to play it cool, her body language might give her away. A slight fidget, a quick adjustment of her hair, or even a deep breath can all be signs that she's feeling the intensity of that moment and enjoying it. Finally, let's talk about what happens when you're having a conversation. If she's maintaining steady eye contact while you're talking, she's not just being polite, she's fully engaged. She's showing that she values what you're saying and wants to connect with you on a deeper level. And if she looks at you like you're the only person in the room, even better. That level of focused attention is rare, and it speaks volumes about her interest in you. So, why is eye contact such a powerful indicator of attraction? Because it's honest, it's raw, it's one of the few things we can't easily fake. Our eyes give away what we're feeling, whether we want them to or not. And when a woman makes the effort to initiate and maintain eye contact with you, she's letting you see a glimpse of her true emotions. It's vulnerable, it's intimate, and it's a clear sign that she likes you. In conclusion, if a woman is initiating and maintaining eye contact with you, don't take it lightly. It's a bold, confident move that signals her interest in you on a level that goes beyond casual attraction. Pay attention to the way her eyes communicate, the warmth, the intensity, the consistency, and you'll be able to recognize the unspoken connection she's trying to create. Eye contact is one of the most beautiful, subtle, and undeniable signs of attraction, so when you notice it, cherish it. It's her way of saying, I see you, and I want you to see me too. Fourth attraction. She laughs at your jokes, even the bad ones. When a woman likes you, one of the clearest and most undeniable signs is her laughter, especially when it comes to your jokes. And no, we're not just talking about the genuinely funny ones that would make anyone laugh. The real indicator is when she laughs at even your bad jokes, the ones that you know are corny, cheesy, or downright terrible. It might seem small, but this subtle act reveals a lot about her feelings toward you. So why does this happen? Let's break it down. Laughter is more than just a reaction to something funny. It's a social signal, a way of creating connection, and in this case, a way of expressing interest. When she laughs at your bad jokes, what she's really saying is, I like being around you, I enjoy your presence, and I want to encourage you to keep engaging with me. It's her way of showing that she's invested in the conversation, and more importantly, in you. Think about it. When you're around someone you like, you naturally want to make them feel good. You want to validate them, make them feel confident, and show that you're enjoying the interaction. This is exactly what's happening when she laughs at your jokes, even the ones that you yourself might be embarrassed to repeat. Her laughter isn't just about the joke, it's about the connection she feels with you. This behavior is also rooted in biology. Studies have shown that laughter releases endorphins, the feel-good chemicals in the brain, which help to strengthen social bonds. When she laughs at your jokes, her brain is associating you with those positive feelings. Over time, this creates a stronger emotional connection between the two of you. Even if the joke wasn't objectively funny, the act of laughing makes her feel closer to you and reinforces her attraction. But let's dig deeper into why she laughs at your bad jokes specifically. First, it's a sign of comfort. If she's willing to let her guard down and laugh, even when the joke isn't top tier, it means she feels safe and relaxed around you. She's not judging you harshly or expecting you to be perfect. Instead, she's focusing on the joy of the moment and the chemistry between you two. This kind of response shows that she values the interaction more than the content of the joke itself. Second, her laughter is a way of encouraging you. She's signaling that she enjoys your attempts to make her smile, regardless of the outcome. It's her way of saying, I appreciate the effort, and I want to keep this energy going. This encouragement is crucial because it creates a positive feedback loop. Her laughter boosts your confidence, making you more likely to keep engaging with her and deepening the connection. Now, it's important to note that this doesn't mean you should rely solely on bad jokes to win her over. The key here is balance. While her laughter at your bad jokes is a great sign of attraction, you also want to show that you're capable of genuine humor and meaningful conversation. The bad jokes are just one piece of the puzzle. They're the moments that show her she can relax and be herself around you, but they should be complemented by moments of authenticity and depth. Another thing to keep in mind is how her laughter changes depending on the situation. If she's laughing at your bad jokes in a group setting, it might mean she's trying to stand out and show you that she's paying special attention to you. In one-on-one situations, her laughter becomes even more meaningful because it's directly tied to the dynamic between the two of you. Pay attention to her body language during these moments. Is she leaning in closer? Is she making eye contact? These additional signals can amplify the message her laughter is sending. It's also worth mentioning that her laughter at your bad jokes doesn't just benefit you, it benefits her as well. By laughing, she's allowing herself to relax and enjoy the interaction, which makes the entire experience more enjoyable for both of you. It's a win-win situation. The more comfortable and happy she feels around you, the more likely she is to associate those positive feelings with you, strengthening the bond between you two. So, the next time you catch her laughing at one of your bad jokes, take a moment to appreciate what's really happening. It's not just a polite chuckle or a casual reaction. It's a sign of her attraction, her comfort, and her desire to keep the connection alive. Her laughter is her way of saying, "I like you and I want to be around you." It's subtle, but it's powerful. In conclusion, her laughter at your bad jokes is one of the clearest and most genuine signs of attraction. It shows that she's comfortable with you, that she values your efforts to make her smile, and that she enjoys your company on a deeper level. It's a small gesture with a big impact, and it's something you should never take for granted. So keep being yourself, keep sharing those jokes, good or bad, and pay attention to the way she responds. Her laughter might just be the key to understanding how she really feels about you. Fifth attraction. She asks personal questions and shows genuine interest. One of the clearest and most powerful signs of attraction is when a woman starts asking you personal questions and genuinely shows interest in your life, experiences, and opinions. At first glance, this might seem like basic politeness or small talk, but let me assure you, when a woman is attracted to you, her curiosity takes on an entirely different dimension. It's no longer just about filling the silence or being friendly. It becomes about uncovering who you truly are and finding points of connection that deepen the bond between you. When a woman likes you, she won't just settle for surface-level topics like the weather or what you did over the weekend. Instead, she'll dive deeper into the nuances of your personality, your values, and the things that make you tick. She'll want to understand your ambitions, your passions, and even your fears. Why? Because genuine attraction isn't just about physical chemistry, it's about emotional and intellectual connection. By asking personal questions, she's creating opportunities to bridge that gap and connect with you on a deeper level. For instance, she might ask, "What inspired you to pursue your career?" Or, "What's your biggest dream in life?" These are not casual questions. They're invitations to open up, to share something real and vulnerable about yourself. They show that she's not just interested in the superficial version of you, but wants to see the real you, the one that most people don't take the time to know. Another sign of her genuine interest is the way she listens to your responses. If she's truly attracted to you, she'll be fully present in the conversation. She won't just nod and move on. She'll ask follow-up questions, engage with your answers, and remember the details you share. For example, if you mention a childhood memory or a personal goal, she might bring it up later in the conversation or even in future interactions. This shows that she's not only interested in what you're saying, but also cares enough to remember and reflect on it. Now, here's the key distinction. A woman who is merely polite or friendly may ask a few questions out of social obligation, but a woman who likes you will go above and beyond. She'll make an effort to understand your world, your values, and your unique perspective. Her questions won't feel scripted or generic. They'll feel thoughtful and tailored to you. And this is where you can truly sense the difference between casual interest and genuine attraction. Let's break this down further. When a woman likes you, her questions will often reveal her desire to find common ground. For example, she might ask about your hobbies, favorite books, or movies, not just because she's curious, but because she wants to see if you share similar interests. She's looking for ways to connect, to create a sense of us instead of just you and me. This subtle shift in focus is a powerful indicator that she's drawn to you and wants to build a bond. Another layer to this is vulnerability. When a woman starts asking you deeper, more personal questions, it's often because she's preparing to open up herself. It's almost like a two-way street. By encouraging you to share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, she's creating a safe space for both of you to be authentic. This mutual vulnerability is a cornerstone of meaningful attraction. It transforms casual interactions into something more intimate and lasting. But here's something important to keep in mind. This kind of curiosity and interest only works if it's reciprocated. If a woman is making an effort to learn more about you, it's essential to respond in kind. Show her that you appreciate her curiosity and that you're just as interested in her as she is in you. Ask her questions, dive deeper into her responses, and create a dialogue that fosters connection. The more you engage with her on this level, the stronger your bond will become.